All right. This is the last podcast for 2018. So strap in, and we're going to talk about some stuff that I kind of want to just get, off my chest and get ready to, and, get myself going for 2019. So as you guys might know, I have been working a lot, so it's been hard for me to be on, stream, be on podcasts, create content. But I've been trying my hardest to push out content as much as I can. And my goal in 2019 is to work harder with these podcasts. Now, the bulk of me working is streaming and whatnot, but when it comes to being a growing member of the Twitch community and the community at large, I think it means that I need to start working more on these podcasts. And my idea for 2019 is to basically take a 30-minute break every week, whether it be live or be like this where I record it off of stream and I put it up onto YouTube and up to the podcast platforms that I have going so far. So that'd be, like I said, Apple Podcast, Google Play, Stitcher, of course, YouTube and Spotify. You guys can check those out. Just look up Bladecast, of course. And if you're listening to this, then you know. So my goal with the podcast is to reach a bigger platform of people than I have over 2018. 2018 was a good year for me. Did a lot of podcast work. Did a lot of interviews that I'm really proud of, and I'm really proud of the fact that I was able to interview these people, and the people that I interviewed are great influences in the space. When it comes to 2019, I want to reach higher heights. I want to push to have more people on the podcast, whether it be, once every month have someone on, or twice a month. The amount of people, it doesn't matter to me, honestly. It's the quality of the content. I want people that will push me to be a better interviewer, as well as push my podcast higher into the eyes of more people. My goal with the podcast is to help people who might not know what it's like to be a streamer or be a content creator, but they think they want to do it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push the content out as much as I can. And like I said, that might mean I do a podcast by myself like this, sit down for, let's say half hour, push out a podcast and make sure that it's good content, and it's just continuous content that I can, have people check out. And, it might be tips and tricks. It might be something simple, but it's going to help in the long run. And that's what I really want for the platform. So my goal with the podcast, like I said, push it farther, push it to new heights, and to continue to have more and more people on the podcast. The second thing I want to discuss is I recently took my photography off of my main Instagram, and I'm now taking it all to one Instagram, which is SYB underscore photography. I believe that's what it is, and I'll put it in the description. It's wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. But that is another venture of mine that I'm trying to really get off the ground as a content creator. I also like to do photography, and I want to highlight that. I want to show that I can do that on a greater scale. With that, I've already started creating more content for that channel. At least 1 to 2 pieces of content a day are going to be put up onto that platform. So if you guys want to check that, you guys can always. The goal with that is to make it something that's more professional, something that people can look at, and something that I'm proud of. I really like doing photography, and I really like pushing that envelope of what I can do and what I can't do. So when it comes to the photography, I really want to just make a conscious and solid effort to make the content count. When it comes to the photography, I'd like to take it somewhat full time as a creator and as a photographer in general. I'd like to be able to possibly supplement some income with it as a photographer in the Ohio space. When we go to different platforms, but different places such as California, I'd love to be able to take photos for people and make my presence known as not only a content creator, but also someone that really cares about the space. I really love photography. I've been doing it since I was a kid, kind of just, point and shoot. But I'm making it something that's I could be proud of, and I could show off, and I can really emphasize what I can do. So basically, that's what that is. When it comes to content, as a Twitch streamer and as a YouTuber, mainly as a Twitch streamer though, my time is pressed because of my job. So in 2019, I'm pushing very hard to have a new means of money, which means hopefully having a new job in 2019. I'm in talks to get a new job soon, and that will help open up space for me to do more content through Twitch and whatnot. Give me a little bit more time with the platform and work my butt off even harder to just basically put everything out there. I want to make sure that everyone knows that I'm still here. I'm still creating content. I might not be able to do it every single day, but I'm going to do it to the best of my abilities every single day I can. When it comes to Twitch streaming, for me, it's about just connecting with people. I don't want to say that I that I don't want to be the biggest name on Twitch. I would love to, have people recognize who I am and know who I am on a one-to-one basis, and not just be able to be like, oh yeah, I'm Stater Blade. I want people to know me, as the guy that they can come to for whatever. When it comes to streaming, they might not know what they're doing. I want to be somewhat of a stream doctor for people, being able to help people from, straight up setting up your rig all the way to setting up your, the final parts of your stream and hitting go and hitting live, and what it all takes to do that. So I'm going to be creating more content that's going to go onto YouTube. That's going to funnel people towards Twitch. And that means it's going to be a step back from the amount of time that I'm always on Twitch. And in the time that I'm not on Twitch, I'm going to be creating content to go to the Twitch channel. So basically, I'm going to be writing up a plan in the next 2 days, because today is the 28th. Only a couple of days till it's the end of the year. So I'm going to be writing up a plan to basically figure out what I can do to better my content. And like I said, I'm going to make sure that people can relate back to me, not just as a streamer, but as, someone that they can rely on for, content that will help them grow their content. So that's my whole push on that. I would love to be able to have people collab with me on that. If you're out there and you want a collab, and you want to work with someone that is like-minded, hit me up. You can always DM me on Twitter or Instagram. And my DMs are always open for anyone that needs help, for anyone that needs a helping hand, or just might even need someone to just talk to. Always know that the best thing I could say is that as a content creator in 2019, I'm going to make a difference. 2018, I kind of didn't have a idea what I wanted to do. Going into the new year, I have an idea that I want to just make the content count. Always make your content count, because if you don't do that, what's the point of going live or putting up the content in the first place? And making the content count might mean making something that's meaningful to someone, or maybe just making something that makes people laugh, and that's both a great idea, and it works. It works for anyone. Find your audience, find who best suits you, and just stick with it. The best thing about Twitch is that there's an audience for everything, and we can find that together. So in the coming year, we're going to be pushing to get 1,000 followers on Twitch. Right now we're around 700 followers on Twitch. My goal is to have 1,000 followers on Twitch and to have at least 200 subscribers on YouTube. Right now, I think we're hovering around 125 subscribers on YouTube. So that's my goals for the year. They're not reaching for the stars, but they're reaching pretty high. And if we pass it, awesome, great, fantastic. And that's my goals. I have 12 months to fill those goals out, and I feel like I could do it. And if we pass it, then we set a new goal and we just keep crushing it and we keep moving. It's always a good thing to be trying to push for a new goal every month, So there's that. Also in the coming year, with trying to find a new job, I'm going to try to fight the bear of my whole burden, my whole life is my personal goal for myself is to fight my weight. I'm right around like 295 to 300 pounds, and although I'm able to constantly push myself to work and to be, an active person. In the coming year, I'm going to be cutting out a lot of food that I eat, and I'm going to be putting up a plan to basically reset my body and to get back to a somewhat healthy weight. Although I don't want to be a skinny mini, because I can't. I don't think that's going to be a good look for me. A healthy weight. Probably drop at least 30 pounds, be in that 270 range, and just try to hook onto that and stay there. That's kind of my goal, lose about 30 pounds this year. And that means, weekly, just trying to keep myself on the straight and narrow, try not to eat extra stuff, try to keep pushing myself towards a goal that I haven't seen in a very long time. So I'm going to try to keep that in check with these videos and these podcasts that I'm going to be putting up. The podcasts themselves, like I said, are going to go on YouTube and all the podcast platforms, but this is going to basically be a journal of how I'm doing per week. And I think that there's a good thing to be doing this. For me mentally, I think that having some sort of outlet where I can just talk and throw my ideas up and kind of like see what sticks, it's a good thing. I want to make sure that, my ideas are kind of recorded. Even though I don't write them down, talking them out, is probably the best thing for me. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing, is just pushing my ideas out onto these platforms where they have to be permanent. They're there forever. So people can kind of hold me accountable. I can have days where I slip up or I have an extra snack or something. But I want to show that I have the potential of getting down to a decent weight and holding it, and not just, being like whatever about it. I'll work out, but it all depends on how work ends up being. If I can get this new job, then it will change everything for kind of the better. It'll give me free time to do the workouts, to do this, the meal preps, to do the, like I said, the content creating, and it'll kind of melt together. So I think that's my time. I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer. The video is already going to be probably 20 minutes long, or the video or the audio is going to be about 20 minutes long. So it's always good. It's always good to try to get the ideas and the thoughts out. Like I said, guys, look for me in the new year. As you guys know me, I'm Stay Your Blade. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. You guys can check my podcast out, of course, on YouTube, Stitcher, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Anywhere you guys can find podcasts, they're going to put it up. So check it out there. Just look up Bladecast. On Twitch is twitch.tv/StayYourBlade. I hope you guys had a great time listening. Thank you so much for an awesome year. I can't wait to see what happens in 2019. It's only a couple days away. So if you guys got all the way down to the end of this podcast, either DM me on Twitter and tell me that I have an awesome hoodie, or just put a comment in the below the video on YouTube, and say work harder. So have a great day, guys. Peace out, blades up, and I'll see you guys in 2019. All right.